The sound of a glass wind chime. A sound I'd been hearing long before I even gained any understanding of my surroundings. It was the one and only thing left to me by my grandfather. Even my grandfather was ascetic towards material possessions, treasured it dearly. That very chime was also what spurred my interest in glass. Oh, Ratona! Such a nostalgic sound. But this sound... Ring is related to something very, very important, but I can't remember it all. Ring, ring. Oh, that's right, that wind chime. One day the cord on the chime came loose, causing it to fall and shatter. I'd almost forgotten the shock I felt that day. Ring, ring. Pick up the phone, Ratona. Yes. I desperately gathered its shards and tried to piece it back together. For hours and hours I kept trying and trying to repair the broken chime. Fragments that were too small for me to find, I created using Manacraft. It was the first time in my life that I created glass using Manacraft, but it wasn't the right color. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get the same color. It always ended up changing. My grandfather's precious memories. I exhausted every single means and method I'd heard of, even just in passing, trying to create that same blue-green color. After 3 days, it finally resembled something like a wind chime. Oh, even the color looked similar enough to how it looked before it broke. But it never again made the same sound as it had when it swayed with the wind. I like this sound better, honestly. Prince-in? What the? It's dark and underwater. Where is this place? It's so dark. Am I in space? No, underwater. Wait, no, that's not even possible. Think. Just what happened? Yes, I was chasing Soul down. We were right up to a dead end. And then what happened? I can't remember. And where am I? The moment I try to get up, every joint in my body aches and creaks. Are you, like, fully out of mana? Feels like a straw rope is rubbing against them. The sensation is dulling my senses and thoughts. This feels so repulsive. As if the blood flowing through my veins is thickening, coagulating. What? On the other side of the room was another bed. I don't see it. On it was a young girl reading a book. Oh, who the hell are you? Did she notice my getting up? She's glancing this way. Though she seems to be uninterested, she sighs and turns her attention back to her book. Who is she? Sorry to interrupt you in the middle of your reading, but... just what is this place? Nice talk. Erratum. Okay. Who the hell are you, and why do you look like a Vocaloid? After making that remark, she scolds and stares at me, eyes full of disdain. How shameful. Don't you have any pride in your own country's language? Wow, geez, thanks. What? I'm taken aback for a moment. That's surprising. I didn't expect to come across anyone who would speak Senedristan here. In the Rugs and Haida dialect, no less. Is this just a dream? I think we're in Magic Land. Isn't it customary to introduce yourself in your mother tongue? Suddenly talking with Erratum sure says a lot about how uninformed you are about manners. Oh. How long ago was that custom from? Stop myself from saying it mid-sentence. Only the elderly would be the kind to say something like that. It was a practice that conveyed great respect for the one you were speaking to. That way you could learn the other's greeting in their native language. But suffice to say, the custom became outdated with the introduction of Erratum. I've heard of that custom before. It originated from within the Alliance, I believe. You're royalty, aren't you? You dirty little brat. Rugs and Haida must be at the end of its rope with people like you at the helm. Excuse me? What did she just... This is a joke, right? Damn well better be. Not royalty. Jeez. What she just said was so beyond rude that I can't construe it as anything but a crass joke. You have a chip on your shoulder or something? You've been doing nothing but picking a fight with me this entire time. This was my room. She places a lot of emphasis on the was. You've been lying on that spot for 3 days already. Is it 3 days? I was unconscious for that long? She scowls at me again as if cursing me for my being here. I see. Looks like I've been intruding on her space the entire time, somehow. Caused her trouble without realizing it. Huh. My apologies. For me to have stayed in your room for 3 days without so much as an introduction, please do excuse me for my rudeness. Some unavoidable circumstances had me unconscious for quite a while, you see. Huh. Humph. Now for my long-delayed introduction. Ilsariel, my name is Ratona. Extend my arm for a handshake? Huh. But it is completely ignored. Wow, rude, as I'd expected. Yep. Oh, my apologies. I suppose you wouldn't want to touch the hand of this dirty little brat. Having been confined to unconsciousness for a whole 3 days, I'm sure I'm quite filthy by now. Huh. Ah, I truly do apologize. I should have forcefully roused myself from my comatose state to take a proper bath. God damn, really? What right did I have to lose my consciousness without even taking you into consideration, even though I've only learned of your existence mere moments ago? God damn, I better start practicing clairvoyancy to prevent any possible incidents of me causing trouble for you in the future. Man, the sass. Fine, I got it. Ilsariel Ratona, I'm Paige Loescalon. Paige Loescalon. This girl Paige introduces herself and extends her hand. Welcome to my ward, my world. She smiles ever so slightly with a half-sleepy look on her face. Why the change in attitude all of a sudden? Honestly, I was prepared for an even stronger rebuttal from you. I'm pretty fond of sarcasm, you see. Only someone with a sharp mind can hide the sharpness in their words. If you'd started panicking right then and there, I'd have chased you out. I hate scenes like that. Is that so? Didn't expect her to take a liking to that response. I was trying to make her mad and it didn't work. Also had people who were way too accommodating the first time around. People like that expect others to respect them just because they act that way. You didn't. Oh, I see. With that sentiment, I feel like I've understood the reason for Paige's polarizing personality. I somehow understand what she's trying to say. She's a bitch. Back then, I also had that line of thought. But with my job as Royal Guardian came a need for a polite, amicable facade. One cannot survive in this world solely on that kind of blunt frankness. So this means she's the type to remain standoffish till she's assessed whether or not someone can be your friend, eh? She'll definitely hate nice people like Selphine and Rune right off the bat. Yep. Well, basically she's quite the pain to deal with. Yep. Ugh. A wave of self-loathing hits me when I think of how I was just like her back then. Ah. That's right. There's something I'd forgotten to ask. What is it? You look so serious all of a sudden. If we're going to keep this conversation up, I want to clear something up. Clear something up? I am not royalty. I'm just a layperson, a stray dog if you will, so call me dirty or filthy all you want. But I demand you take back any insults against my country and its nobility. I tell her this in an almost indifferent tone. Raising your temper against someone like Paige only means you've lost. But one still needs to stand their ground against her. It's important to draw the line to make things clear. Sure, it's not like I really meant it seriously. I'll take those remarks back. I knew it. Even with that attitude and manner of speaking of hers, she's not a bad person at heart, probably. Alright, I think we can hold a proper conversation now. Strange. It's as if I can sense Paige's intentions. By the way, just where did you hear that I was royalty? The doctor was calling you a royal guardian. Nice. They know I'm a guardian? Just who is this doctor she's talking about? Wait, Paige, what did you just say? That the doctor called you a royal guardian? The pronunciation's off. It's guardian, not guardian. It also refers to my occupation, not my social status. Normally one wouldn't make a misunderstanding like that. But this girl seems, oblivious. This has been on my mind for the entire time, but where did you learn to speak Santa Drisden, Paige? Hers is near fluency, but she's got some strange accents here and there. It's definitely not her native language. I couldn't imagine a situation where she'd have to use Santa Drisden all the way on the other side of the world, like here. Language is from a country so far away from here. How'd you manage to learn it? That's because the doctor is from Rugenheide. Yep. It's the guy. I had him teach me. What? What? Someone from Ruxenheide, a doctor. Can't be. Masaka. Is that doctor's name? Hey, Paige, you there? Yes, Dr. Rupika. You can come in anytime. Did you just say Rupika? You did, didn't you? Preposterous. No, it's not completely out of the question, but what are the chances? I thought I told you to drop the doctor bit. Oh, This room had a door? I guess. Slender middle-aged man wearing a coat worn by years of use appeared from the middle of the darkness. Quick once over tells me he's somewhere in his 40s. Math adds up. This man, he really is... Vils, you're up already, Guardian. A lot faster than I'd expected. Speaks with a smooth, fluent Santa Drisden accent. It's unmistakably his native language. Where is this place? Why was I abducted and brought here? Because it'd be funny. You're a little bit off. Abducted isn't the right word. I didn't abduct you. I brought you out of the goodness of my heart. Amazing a doctor as I am, even I can't cure anyone from death. What? Yeah, the question you actually should be asking me is, why did you go out of your way to save my life? Are you Rupika Grois? Yeah, I figured. If you know who I am, then that means you're from Ruxenheide. Answer me. Are you Rupika Grois, the one who was exiled from Ruxenheide 10 years ago? Just a little off again. I don't know what kind of rumors are going around over there, but I chose to leave Ruxenheide. Not exiled, got it? That's just a triviality. What are you doing in a place like this? Well, saving your life for one, I suppose. That is true, but not the question. What an ass. Now my turn to ask questions. You're a royal guardian, ain't you? Where's your escortee? Don't tell me someone like you's protecting the likes of Valar, are you? I'm not a guardian. Yeah, that's a lie. You're lying. I suggest you try to come up with a more believable fib next time. Just how can you be so sure I am? Where's your proof? Just one look at your Mattercraft signature tells me everything I need to know. Ophia of Zeal, Ruxenheide format. Ceremony for that kind of Ophia lasts a long period, about 2 years, I think. Nobody but a guardian would undergo that. When you try and forcibly strengthen someone's Mattercraft that much, their signature's going to have some pretty obvious quirks. An average Joe from any country could easily tell. No way. No lay person could possibly infer all of that from just a glance at a Mattercraft signature. Well, he is a genius, and a wandering one at that. Well, honestly, even I doubted my eyes for a moment. Never expected to come across anyone who underwent the Ophia of Zeal here. Oh boy, trying to keep your guard up now. Come on, it's not like I'm going to eat you or anything. I just want to dissect you. I just want to have a nice little chat, okay? Relax, relax. It's Princess Selphine. King Valar is under the protection of someone else from the Knights. Huh. You serious? Say, how old are you? Like 20-something? 19. 19? Hey, Paige, she's the same age as you. Yes, so she is. A royal guardian at 19, that's crazy. I thought there was an age limit for Tricrafters. I'm a dual crafter. So you're a dual crafter and you became a guardian. Pretty sure you had to be a member of the Knighthood to be a guardian, and to be in the Knighthood, you had to be a Tricrafter. I was personally designated guardian by both King Valar and Princess Selphine. I'm only a dual crafter, but I was allowed to enlist as an honorary member of the Knighthood. But that's awful nice of them, ain't it? You're like the first ever, aren't you? I'm surprised those guys let you in, considering they'd rather stick to regulation rather than reason. Huh. But then that's kind of weird. What's the Princess Royal Guardian doing in a place like this? Guarding the Princess royally. I thought a guardian was supposed to, I don't know, guard their escorts? Was Princess Selphine? I don't know. She's currently in Ruxenheide. Lies. I was relieved from my duties as her guardian, so I decided to travel the world to forget about my grief from that. That's a lie. Why do you insist on doing this the hard way? This hurts, you know? Do I really look the bad guy here? Kind of. And why do you think that I'm lying? Makes even less sense for the princess to be on this side of the world. It takes a minimum of 2 years to get to Viscanta, and that's assuming you don't take any detours or run into any trouble. Running back 2 years from your age puts your departure at about 17, 18 years old. 2 year ceremony for your Ophia puts you at 15, maybe 16 years old. Unless you were fired as soon as you were assigned your position, the math just doesn't add up. Maybe look up a better lie. Don't tell me. The princess is here, isn't she? Right here in Viscanta. Is Valar here too? No. It's a long story. I see. Okay, then let's hear it. All of it. I've got all the time in the world. Well, I don't. I can't leave my companions to fend for themselves like this. I must get back to looking for Selphine as soon as I can. I'm afraid that's not possible. Why? Because if you leave this room, you'll die. Oh, shit. Huh. What? Well, technically you'll die if you leave this facility, to be exact. In any case, you can't just up and leave. Is Ratona gonna be stuck here forever? What do you mean? You're not making any sense. You have no mana. You've been feeling pretty bad lately, haven't you? Haven't you thought of why you just suddenly just collapsed out of nowhere? Well, You've been to the outer pole, haven't you? Not only that, but you also used some pretty draining large-scale mana craft there. So, just relax. Well, unless, of course, you want the... Oh, wait! That's basically what any villain says. Ha! Yep. Not the bad guy, definitely. Probably.